Hi there, I'm Peter Alsop with this week's Song to Chew. Today we'll listen to a song sung by an ecological activist who is also someone who stutters, Snowy the Frostman. It's from my Christmas Holidays album, and Snowy's going to sing Gee, It's Warm Out Here about climate change and in particular global warming. On this album, the kids and I are hanging out at the mall during the winter holiday season, and we've just visited Mr. Leibovitz's magic shop. We'll talk more about the song after we listen to Gee, It's Warm Out Here. Oh, and here's Mr. Leibovitz right now.
Did you know that Snowy the Frostman is back in town?
Snowy's here.
Snowy.
Every year he stands under my air conditioner and does magic tricks for my customers. But you just missed him.
no.
Maybe you can catch him outside if you hurry.
Oh, great. Okay, well, thanks.
Cool.
Thanks.
Come
We'll see you
on,
later.
Cool, bye. Did he mean Frosty the Snowman?
No, this is Snowy the Frostman. He shivers and stutters when he talks.
My cousin stutters when she talks. When someone stutters for too long, I finish their sentences for them.
I hate when you do that.
Oh, there's Snowy over there. Snowy, over here. Hi, Peter. Hi, kids.
Hi,
Snowy.
Snowy.
You're shivering. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, but I think I'll take my scarf off. It's kind of warm out today. Gee, it's warm out here. I think I have to sweat. My shoulders feel sloshy, and my feet are getting wet. My corncob pipe is drooping. My top hat doesn't fit. My knees are kind of shaky. I think I better sit. I might have a fever. I'm not sure what to do. Should I call a doctor or call a vet? Find some ice cubes and some glue, or just call a Ben and Jerry. They helped me out last year. I will wish you a Merry Christmas, but gee, it's warm out here. I will wish you a Merry Christmas, but gee, it's warm out here. It's warm out here. I better go, I've overstayed. I think I wet my snow pants, but maybe we could find some shade. I can't come and play here if there isn't any snow. You kids know where it's at, so we gotta let the grown-ups know. The ozone layer's missing, and no one seems to care that none of us will make it through if we don't clean up the air. Oh, I hate to melt away like this. I need your help, it's clear. I will wish you a Merry Christmas, but gee, it's warm out here. I will wish you a Merry Christmas, but gee, it's warm out here.
Wow, he's just a puddle. Don't step in him.
Snowy's right. Us kids have to keep our planet from getting ruined. I'll make sure my family recycles and doesn't pollute the air. With spray cans. Or smoking. Let's finish shopping first. What about Snowy?
I soaked him up with my sweater. I'll put him in the freezer at home.
Good idea. I've got his hat and scarf. He'll be back when the air is crisp and clean. Come on, let's go inside.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
That was me playing guitars with Greg Hilfman playing everything else except for the clarinet, which was played by the wonderful Miriam Cutler, who also sang background vocals with Shelby Flint and Ellen Gear. So why did you have Snowy the Frostman stutter, you may ask? If I remember correctly, I did it because I wanted him to be shivering, but it keeps getting warmer during the song, so I figured, hey, stuttering is kind of like shivering while you're trying to talk, right? And I also like to make sure I represent all sorts of human traits and characteristics with my cast of characters on an album. So I wrote this song for Snowy with actual stuttering in the lyrics. I work with all sorts of kids who have special needs, and by including some of these differentnesses in the characters on my albums, it helps us see that kids and other folks who seem different to us at first are really people first. They're not just someone identified by their differentness. And we talk about this with the kids. No one knows exactly why kids stutter. We do know that many kids from ages 2 to 7 go through periods of stuttering, and that boys stutter more than girls. We also know that all but about 1% of these kids grow out of it. We also know that stress and tension make stuttering worse, that people who stutter feel nervous about their speech, and they feel awful about themselves. Of course, we know it doesn't help to have other kids tease and make fun of stuttering, but we might not be aware that giving advice, like some parents do out of concern, like saying, slow down, or don't do that, or say it better, only makes the child more tense because they don't really have any control of the repetitions. We only touch very briefly on Snowy's stuttering because we understand what he's saying and we just accept it. I actually considered when I was writing, creating Snowy as being a little dyslexic too, so we could normalize and talk about that as well. Kids that are dyslexic sometimes write their letters backwards, or they may have difficulty with processing language and syntax. I wrote about him being dyslexic, but then I decided not to do that, so the poem didn't make it onto the album. Well, here, I'll read it to you. Cold old Snowy Frostman, dyslexic he could be. Mixed up he got when out loud talking, but not confused was he. This snowy, frosty Frostman, the great outdoors he loved, environmentally concerned this Snowy Frostman was. Inside his frozen snowball, his head ideas were clear, but talking or downwriting them more jumbled got each year. So Snowy Frosty Freezer Man learned himself to help along, since trouble talking had he'd communicate in song. Yes, Snowy our dear Frostman, as can clear be. When he sang and talked not often, sense he made like you and me. I had fun with that, and I know some teachers have used this song to help the kids in their class normalize the idea that some people stutter. I'm glad it gets used that way, and I know lots of teachers who also use this song's content to bring up the subject of climate change and global warming with their kids. Snowy's concern about the world getting warmer and warmer is right on. This album came out in 1994, and here we are 27 years later still discussing these things. And they've only gotten worse, except that today, kids all over the world are just as concerned as Snowy about the fate of our world and the dangers we face because of the climate changes that us humans are causing. One of those kids is the wonderful Gretta Thunberg, another ecological warrior and person with special differences. She's one person, and she's helped the world focus on the importance of us all facing and dealing with the immediacy of our climate change worries. So I hope all of you, kids and adults, can take some time every day to reach out to others, spread the word, and take some action, no matter how small, to get us all moving in a different direction than we are, so we don't end up where we're headed. You might even want to just start off by sharing this song or this podcast with someone else. That's it for today. Thanks for chewing on some of the ideas in this song with me. Really glad you stopped by. I'm Peter Alsop. Hope to see you again next week for another song to chew. Bye for now.